It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Pistol now for Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
3rd and short. Prescott. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
They'll throw again. Dak. He's got it at about the 8. He is in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. Good-looking drive rolls on 18 more yards.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Second and 7. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll go again with Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Cavante Turpin on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
To the air again, Prescott. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball at the 3, second down, and goal. To throw is Dak. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys extend their advantage to 14-3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for their second possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
On second down, it's Daniels. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult. Defensively, it'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll motion over Samuel. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Another run here for Robinson. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Daniels. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play there for Washington. 37 yards.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, He picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll go right and find his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. First and 10. Prescott now. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. Second and a yard. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, Prescott to the air. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
The tight end Ertz in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Austin Eckler now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, Prescott. They'll look to set up the screen here. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. On 2nd down, it's Dak. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys extend it to a 21-6 advantage. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain. Second down and 8. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. Still going inside the 20. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. Off the zone read, Daniels going to hang on to it. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll look to run with Eckler. Powering forward. He's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Ladd. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 78 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Brown. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
The throw on the run is complete. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. The motion man here is McClure. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Trying the left side, here's Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Daniels. He's got it inside the 5. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league...
Now Mike McCarthy not happy with that call, and he has thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now, a return coming from the 14. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm, and then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball, and that's about as good as it gets.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Prescott. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. To throw is Daniels. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The tight end Ertz in motion. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. That one good for 29.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the 2, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score. You're trying to win the game, of course, but there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
A quick slant taken by Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll run here. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to grab a late lead. Got the distance, and it's good! He knocks it through from long range. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
13 yards on that pass play. First down, Washington.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Daniels now on first down. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.